Pet Week continues, and don't you want your dog to have good manners? E Canine Manners offers in-home training, group classes, behavior and command training, and much more. Owner and certified professional dog trainer Nilden Atke is here with more and a brief training demonstration. Nilden, it's such a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you.
I think as we bring all the pets through this week, they could really use a chance to work with you. So I just want to start first with, there's a lot of letters after your name, and that's all of your certifications. What makes you certified, and why is that so important?
Well, the CPDT stands for Certified Professional Dog Trainer, and it's one of the few nationally recognized certifications. Okay. And what makes that important is that, there's a lot of requirements to be able to qualify to take this exam. Not just, knowledge-based theory, but also hands-on experience, something almost close to 300 hours of, working with dogs, instructing owners. So ideally, someone who has this certification will also understand the difference between, command training, as we refer to it, obedience and manners training, and behavior training. And this is an important distinction because, when you have a dog with fear or anxiety or aggression issues, and Bruiser here, who's a lovely, lovely dog, has a little bit of that, fear issue. You can't really address that with, obedience training. Obedience obviously is necessary, and he's just having a blast right now, rolling around. Obedience obviously is necessary for communication, but you want to get a trainer who also understands the difference that sometimes some behaviors may require, behavior modification. They know how to do that.
Okay, we could talk to you all day. I'm sure there's so much into it, but simply, what's the best way to train a dog?
So, what I believe in is the best way is going to be one that works best for the dog and for you. Having said that, of course, you want to pick a method that builds a relationship. It's really about the relationship. Teaching, sit down, those are very cut and dry. Whether a dog is going to comply or not does largely depend on, your relationship.
Okay.
So positive reinforcement is really the method that we go for, and the reason for that is that we put the focus on teaching the dog the positive behaviors, and as a consequence, we basically withhold. Good boy, right here. Thank you. And as a consequence, we withhold the reward. So instead
that's the reward in your hand right now.
This is the reward, yes. Sure. And this is Bruiser's first time on camera, so trying to keep him relaxed. Hey,
he's doing very well.
Yes.
He's doing very well.
Good job.
So you do all the positive reinforcement, and what are the services that you offer? Do people come to you at puppy stage? Do they come to you later on when they're like, I've had this dog, he's a nightmare? When do you most frequently see your clients?
Well, unfortunately, I do get a lot of clients who come to me a little later when they've experienced problems. So what I recommend is if you're adopting a dog, start training right away. Get an experienced person, let them show you how it's done, and then you can take it from there. Because positive reinforcement does not use any force whatsoever, you can actually start training your puppy too that you bring home at 8 weeks.
Wow.
And the earlier you start training, the better results you're actually going to get. And then, of course, I also want to tell people, don't forget about your senior dogs because, oftentimes we think, oh, they're old, they don't want to do this, but they really enjoy it too, and it does help prevent what we call cognitive dysfunction, which is like a doggy Alzheimer's.
Really? So still working, and when they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, that's not true.
Not necessarily true. Maybe simpler tricks, but you can still teach them, yes.
And I know you said you also offer classes sometimes at Charleston Animal Society?
Correct, yes. So I do in-home private training where I go to the client's home and work with the client. I do group classes, and currently I'm doing it at the Charleston Animal Society. I'm looking to, hopefully expand into other locations as well. And then I also do what we call day training, which is if the owners are not available, tight schedules, I go in, I work with the dog one-on-one.
That's great. So Bruiser, he has been dying for his moment in the spotlight. So go ahead and show us what you're going to show, like an example of how you would set up a training session.
Okay, so Bruiser. So one of the things I wanted to show was, working on impulse control is very important. Hey, good boy, sit. And so teaching a simple wait or stay. Bruiser, sit. Good boy. Wait. Good job. And I was thinking, teaching a dog to wait for his food bowl. Wait. Wait. Okay. For example, is something you can do at mealtime. So since you feed your dog about, twice a day, it's very easy to get this training in place.
Now that was just a very brief wait. Would you do it longer, make them wait a little bit longer, or was that enough?
Correct. I would, as the dog gets better at it, then I would make them wait a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Stay right here, Bruiser. Good
It's hard with all his
boy.
legs. He's doing a good job.
And so in this bag, I do have treats, and he does know that. So one of the other great impulse control exercise and very useful is to teach leave it. So they don't pick up something from the ground, for example. So, Bruiser, leave it. Yes, that's a good boy. That was very nice.
And this is a client's dog, so mom and dad who might be watching.
Correct.
Very proud
This is
of
a
Bruiser
client's
right
dog,
now. He's
not
doing
mine.
A great job. Really quickly, where can people go to get more information about you if they have a dog at home or getting a puppy who might need help?
Yes, so they can go to my website, which is ZeCanineManners.com. And also, my phone number, they're welcome to call the number. I believe it's on the screen.
697-6808. Thank you so
Correct.
much, Nilden Bruiser, for being in Lowcountry Live during Pet Week. And we've got much more. We've got another check in the forecast right after the break. Yeah, great job.